Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. My name is Peter. Thank you for so much for your support. My channel is growing up. We are at 5,000 subscribers, and kindly continue subscribing so I can get the motivation of doing this kind of videos. So today, I wanted to talk about what is the DV lottery interview. I know the 2026 lottery is going on, application submissions, and this is I feel that it's the right time I should talk about the interview in case you are selected. Even if you are not selected for this interview, and if you were selected last year, I believe that this video you will benefit from it. So please watch to the end. So today we are going to talk about what is the DV lottery interview, and then we look at some of the questions, common questions, which you might be asked by the interviewer at the US consulate in your country. So please pay attention and let's dive in. So the DV lottery interview will assess your eligibility to migrate to the United States, USA. And it will also assess if your intentions are genuine or you are having a different purpose. So this interview is conducted by the US consulate in your country, and this is the final hurdle which can help you or determine whether you are going to migrate to the United States. And if you are selected in the DV lottery after you enter the lottery, it is usually announced in May every year. And I believe if anything don't change, the DV 2026, the results are going to be announced in May. So once you have been selected there by the Kentucky Consulate Center, you will need to fill a form called DS 260. That form is online, and I can provide a link to that. And this is a form about the immigrant visa and alien registration application. So once you submit this form to the Kentucky Consulate Center, it will be reviewed for accuracy, and if everything is in order, and then they will notify you via your email about the interview. So all the applicants, the main applicant must attend the interview in person. You cannot call them. You have to go to the office and get the interview. But before the interview, you and your family members must have medical exam done by an authorized doctor, and the results of this exam are typically sealed in an envelope and directly sent to the United States Embassy, and you must be present at the interview. Apart from the results, you have to have an appointment letter, which you can print and copy yourself. You have to have a valid passport, photos of all the family members who are going to apply for the visa. And then don't forget to have your original certificates, original or certified copies of documents submitted to the KCC, plus one photocopy of any document you didn't already submit. And this one has to be presented at the interview. Now, when you get to the interview, of course, on time and on a day which you have been invited for the appointment. So I'm going to go over some of the common questions and some of the possible answers which the interview might ask you. Of course, when you prepare, dress, professionally, present yourself at the consulate office and the time on your appointment letter. So during the brief interview, the counselor was asking your questions to find out if you meet the eligibility to enter the United States. And some of the questions you might get some of the questions, for example, why do you want to migrate to the United States? They are very, very common question. So the answers you give to these questions will actually uh, make enable the interview to make a decision if they are going to give you a visa or they are going to deny you a visa. So this question actually checks the interest of yourself moving to the United States. And a possible answer, doesn't have to be exactly. For example, you might tell them you are moving to the United States to get more job opportunities in the field which you studied in school. If you studied computer science, you studied IT, or you were a teacher or you're a doctor, tell them you want to go to the United States to have more varieties of job opportunities which you would like to work on. And also talk about education. They might ask you, when they ask you, talk about education. You want to go to the United States so you can explore more educational institutions. Make them feel that when you come, you are coming to, to help the country prosper. You don't want to come here as a liability. So that's the kind of question they will be asking you, and the kind of answers you will be giving them. They will weigh those answers and make a decision whether they're going to give you a visa or determine. They might also ask you that who in your family will be moving with you. So this question, what they are looking for is if you are going to move, you are going to leave some of your family members behind. And you have to be, for example, tell them you are going to move, you are married, you are going to move with your wife, your children. So in that way, you can convince them you are going to stay with your family. You are not separating yourself from your family. For example, your wife and the kids, you are going to live closer. For example, if you plan to go and live in Florida, they will know that you are going to live in one place. But if you tell them, you are going to live in California, your wife is going to live in New York, and another person is going to live in Chicago, then they would be having doubts. So be very, very careful the way you will be answering their questions. Then they will be asking you, it's a possible answer that they will ask you, what is your highest level of education? And can you tell us about your current job? So this question is very tricky. So they want to know about your education and the current job to see how you might fit in the United States job market. So when you are telling them about this question, don't exaggerate. Tell them the information which you think is going to help them. But if you give them false information, this one is going to jeopardize uh, the decision they make for your future. So a possible answer might be, for example, you can tell them if you have a bachelor's degree, you have a master's degree in public health administration, you have a master's degree in, in business administration, you have a master's degree in education, and make them feel that when you are coming to the migrating to the United States, you are going to pursue that kind of education which you had always in your country. You might tell them you want to go to the United States to get more universities to do like a PhD or something like that. And another possible question they might ask you is that, what are your plans once you arrive in the United States? So they want to know exactly where you are going, what you are going to do. And about this question, they want to see if you have thought through your move to a specific plans in the United States to avoid, to be realistic and avoid fake answers. Give them a concrete, such as, for example, education. You want to get employment. You want to go to school, or you want first to settle down with your family. And for example, tell them you plan to be in a public health if you did a master's degree or a bachelor's degree in public administration. When you arrive in the United States, you want to be connected to some potential employers who are going to help you in getting employment and and further certification in the field, so you can improve and get more skills. They might be asking another common question is, how do you plan to support yourself and your family in the United States? So this question, they want to see that you are not going to depend so much on other people. You want to be financially stable once you get to the United States. So they want to know how you're going to manage yourself in the United States. And a possible answer would be, you can tell them I've lined up job opportunities in healthcare, which will support you. And you can also tell them you have savings, some extra income, which you are going to use, you and your wife and your children, for to sustain yourself before you get back into your feet. Another question is that, have you ever faced legal issues or significant health concerns? Uh, they wanted to know the importance to ensure that you have no legal or health barriers before you enter into the United States. Because if you have problems in your country, even if you are cleared, for example, you are cleared by the police, and if you have a clean record, right, but they wanted you to talk to them, you know, and prove to them that you don't have any legal issues. So by preparing an honest thought, they would see that you are an also honest person, you are reliable, and you are able to present yourself in a positive manner, and your intentions are not a bad one when you are ready to move to the United States. And briefly, that's what I can tell you in this video. So down the road, I will be making more videos. But if you have questions, or if you have an comments to make, let me know below this video, and then we can move from there. Thank you so much. I wish you all good of luck as you are continue applying for this green card. And I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.